Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to take up the play, one act play entitled Refund, composed by Fritz, Karinthy. The play Refund is a famous one act play which is written by a famous Hungarian playwright Fritz Karinthy in 1938. Fritz Karinthy is known for his works such as You Write Like This, A Trip Around My Skull, and Professor. The one act play Refund was adapted and translated by the American playwright Percival Wilde. The Refund is an absurd and satirical play. It's a humorous play. It satirizes the present day's education system. Satirize simply means, in simple terms, we can say satirize means it criticizes the present day education system, which doesn't prepare students for their career. It is full of humor, which deals with an unusual situation. Dear students, this refund play is very relevant in the present day. It mocks, it criticizes, it satirizes the present day education system. As a matter of fact, the present education system doesn't prepare our students for their profession, for their career. Rather, the present education system give them only degrees, only certificates. The system means the education system does not guarantee them with a career, with a profession. After graduating or post graduating, the students are jobless, they are unemployed. That is the irony of our education system. Mahatma Gandhi also called our system as faulty. Education system should be such, first of all, that must give guarantee of a job or career. Second, it should enable the candidate or the student to become a good human being. So, dears, the present act, one act play, Refund, is a kind of satire. ये हमारा प्रेजेंट डे जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम है उस पर एक व्यंग्य है, एक सटायर है कि आज हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को हमारा सिस्टम जॉब के लायक नहीं बनाता है, बल्कि शिक्षित बेरोजगार बनाता है, एजुकेटेड अनएम्प्लॉयड बनाता है. The play is about a former student. The protagonist or the chief character in this play is a student, former student of a school whose name is Wasserkopf. And Wasserkopf in German, actually, the play is about a former student of a school in Hungary named Wasserkopf. And in German language, Wasserkopf means a waterhead, that is an eccentric person. Eccentric means सन की कह सकते हैं, सन की इंसान को बोलते हैं eccentric person और Wasserkopf. So Wasserkopf is 40 years old now and he is unable to get any employment. He is jobless and penniless, means moneyless. Even if he succeeds in getting a job, he cannot keep it for a long period. और जॉब मिल भी जाती है तो ज़्यादा समय तक टिकती नहीं है, वो चली जाती है जॉब। 40 ईयर्स एज हो गई, जॉबलेस है, बड़ा हास्यास्पद स्थिति है, आयरॉनिकल सिचुएशन है। Wherever he goes, the people tell him that he is fit for nothing and hasn't learned anything worth in the school. And what people allege him, they allege him that he didn't get proper education from his school. That's why he is not fit for any job. Once he meets his old friend, that was his classmate, Lederer, Lederer in the street, and when he tells about investment in foreign exchange and the Hungarian currency, Wasserkopf expresses his inability to understand them. What happens, dear students? When one day, Wasserkopf meets his old friend, that is Lederer, and Lederer talks about the foreign exchange and investment. Then Wasserkopf expresses his inability to understand what he talks about. What is foreign exchange? He starts asking questions about foreign exchange, for which Lederer says that if he doesn't know about such a small thing, such a simple thing, he hasn't learned anything in the school. Again, Lederer also says to Wasserkopf that he has not learned even a single thing. He hasn't learned even an easy thing, simple thing at school. His school did not teach him anything. Hence, better he goes back to his school and gets his tuition fees back. That is the suggestion given by Lederer to Wasserkopf, that Wasserkopf should go back to his school and Wasserkopf must claim his tuition fees back, that is paid for his degree, simply because Wasserkopf did not learn even simple things from school. Means school did not teach him anything worthwhile. So his education was worthless. That is why Wasserkopf must go back to school and claim back his fees, his tuition fees that he paid during 6 years of education. Then suggested by or advised by Lederer, Wasserkopf is influenced. This idea of Lederer appeals effectively to Wasserkopf and it seems beneficial to him. So he comes back to his old school after 18 years and demands for his tuition fees back, claiming that he hasn't learned anything and they haven't taught him anything worth. On hearing this, the principal is shocked. Hearing such an absurd demand, the principal is completely flabbergasted, shocked. Wasserkopf even threatens to go to the education minister if justice is denied to him. He demands a re examination, and if he fails in it, he must get back his money. The shocked principal finds himself in a tight corner in hot waters and calls for an urgent meeting of all the staff members, especially teachers. All the teachers now decide to conduct the re examination and agree to prove his answers, whether right or wrong, as correct. Because they realize that Wasserkopf would intentionally give wrong answers to fail in the exam and to get back the refund. So they decide to outsmart him and to help each other by sticking together, by remaining together. Dear students, Let's discuss in simple terms. What happens? All these teachers they make a trick, they make a plan to deceive or to beat this fellow, Wasserkov. They wanted to outsmart him by remaining together, by sticking to their thought of action. Now Wasserkov uses abusive and derogatory words to each teacher, intending to be thrown out of the school. But the teachers outsmart him by proving him excellent in manners, physical culture, alertness, perseverance, logic, and in ambition. In every domain of his personality, of his character, he is marked as excellent. Then the first question is asked by the history master on how many years the 30 years war lasted. Even though the answer is there within the question, but Wasserkov is eager to give a wrong answer and he says that the war lasted for 7 meters. Very humorous. Very humorous answer is given by Wasserkov intentionally that 30 years war lasted for 7 meters. When the history master is unable to prove his wrong answer right, mathematics master helps him. He argues that according to Einstein's relativity theory, years can be represented in terms of meter and the actual war took place only for 7 years. Because the war was waged only during the half of each day, means 12 hours. 3 hours in a day was given to eating and 3 hours more for non-warlike activities. So the answer 7 meters given by the candidate is absolutely right in Einstein's equivalence of 7 years. So dear students, here mathematics teacher smartly corrects the answer, giving logic that the candidate's answer is correct. Next, the physics master asks him whether clocks in the church become smaller if one walks away from it, or is it because of optical illusion? Wasserkov calls the master as an S in answer. S means donkey. The physics master is called as donkey by Wasserkov. But the answer is accepted by the master as the correct one. Because the S doesn't have any imaginative powers as it is a sad creature, so it must have an optical illusion, and Wasserkov has given a metaphorical answer. That is correct answer. Next, the geography master asks him to name the capital city of the capital city of the same name, Brunswick, a German province. Wasserkopf answers as same. The master proves the answer to the correct one by claiming the city has another name as same too. According to a legend, the emperor Barbarossa was once riding in the city and met a peasant girl. He asked her the name of the city after wishing her, God bless you. The girl answered, same to you, sir, only as she was munching a bun in her mouth. But the emperor mistook the city name as same. So they mark Wasserkopf excellent in geography. Finally, the mathematics master comes forward to ask him his question and declares about asking Wasserkopf an easy question and a difficult question. First, he asks him as an easy question on the circumference of 109 degrees, sided polyhedron with irrelevant data for the calculation. Wasserkopf gives an incorrect answer. The mathematics master gets angry and declares that his answer is incorrect. So he tells that Wasserkopf deserves the refund of tuition fees back. Then he asks the exact amount which he has to get back. Wasserkopf, without realizing the trap, tells them the exact amount, that is 6420 crowns and 38 hellers. At that time, the mathematics master declares that was his tough question and the answer is correct. Thus, dear students, by justifying all his answers to be correct, they mark him distinction, or they mark him excellent in all the subjects and throw him out of the school. The play also shows the ability of school teachers to manage the absurd situation and how they tackle Wasserkopf without spoiling their school's reputation. That's all for today. Have a nice day. Thank you. God bless you.